Okay, I think we're going. Okay, welcome everybody to 6 Weeks to Success. Today's session is all about kind of the basis of doing probably any kind of sales job, any kind of direct sales, but it is your belief in what you're doing and what you have to offer. So that's kind of what today is all about. So not so much specifically for booking parties, but I really think it is the key to booking parties. So we'll go ahead and get started with today's lesson. So as I said, the 6 Weeks to Success is designed to help you start maximizing your potential to start filling up your calendar with bookings, because that's what everybody wants. And then as a result of that, you're certainly going to be filling your pocketbook with paychecks. And hopefully we'll be sharing some product knowledge that also will help you reach your peak performance. But it's all about, like I said, I think everybody's in this for the right reason, that you all want to fill your calendar, because a full calendar will get you everything else you want. It's going to be your paycheck. It's going to be your next parties on your calendar. It's going to be your next teammates. And it also makes this a whole lot more fun when you're being successful with this business. So you guys ready to get started? Okay, so those of you that have been on some trainings before have probably seen this belief triangle, and this is kind of the core of what we're going to be discussing today. And what this is, I truly believe this belief triangle really determines your business success. So the way it works is you see belief is at the top, and your beliefs determine your actions. And we're going to talk a little bit more about that. And then your actions determine the results that you get in your business. And then, of course, the results that you get will determine your beliefs. So it just kind of keeps going round and round and round. So your beliefs can be positive or negative, of course, or somewhere in between. And, kind of depending, kind of think about this. If you have obviously positive beliefs and you are excited about what you have to offer, you're not going to hesitate to take action. That's going to get you to be sharing with everybody about what you have to offer. At parties, you're not going to be afraid to ask for those bookings and those sales. So you're actually going to take the actions that are needed for your business. And of course, when you take action, you can't help but get results, because you've heard this before. This is really a numbers game. So the more action you take, the more people you ask, the more parties you're going to have booked, or whatever you're looking for, the more sales you're going to get, the more team members, whatever. And then, of course, when the results are good, you're booking those parties, you're getting those sales, then it's going to reinforce your belief of, yes, this is a great opportunity. And yes, these are, great products and whatever. And then it just kind of keeps going round and round. You can also have it go the opposite direction, where your belief may not be as strong. And you're thinking, our host opportunity isn't that great, or the party isn't that fun, or the products aren't that great, whatever. And if that's your feeling, it's kind of hard to take action, wouldn't you think? If you're thinking like that, you're not going to be out there excited and sharing and asking people to participate. So when it comes time to take action, you kind of talk yourself out of it, right? And then you don't take action, or you don't do the actions you should be taking, which then leads you to not having good results. If you don't believe, you don't pick up the phone, you don't ask, you don't do what you need to do to get those bookings, what's going to happen? You're not going to have bookings. And then what happens? Then that goes right back to, well, yeah, that's what I mean. Nobody wants to, have a party, or nobody, wants to buy anything, because your results gave you, kind of reinforce that poor belief. So does that make sense? I know it kind of goes round and round. Anybody have a question on that before we kind of look at this a little bit closer? No. Okay. So with that said, so again, I kind of went through what this is all about. I'm going to read that, you can read along if you want. But so basically what it says, you're getting ready to make a booking phone call. So this will be a little more specific. You grab your phone and you find the first number and you make your call. But you're unprepared for what to say. And the first thing your brain tells you is, I don't know why you're making this call. She's not going to answer. I don't even know what I'm really going to say. She's probably going to say no if she does answer. I know she's so busy with her kids. And then again, all that negative self-talk just keeps going on and on in your head. So your inner person starts telling you all the reasons why this is not going to go well. So again, this is that negative belief. You're again you're not believing in what you're doing or what you have to offer. Your inner person starts to tell you all the reasons why this is not going to go well. You don't believe she's going to book. So you start in with something like, hey, Jane, I know you're super busy and probably can't, but I'm trying to book some shows in May. I know you're probably going to say no, but do you think you could do a party for me? So does anybody see themselves in this maybe a little bit? You know, maybe not the words per se, but when you're not really believing what you're doing or you're not very excited. And again, it's that self-talk where you start making up reasons for why people might not want to book or might not want to buy. You're just making up stories in your head. Anybody do that?
Yeah, I do that about everything, it seems like.
So you can kind of see
easier.
Yeah. So again, so if your belief is not strong enough to counteract that inner mind thing going on, then, you know, it just kind of, again, you talk yourself out of doing what you need to do.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Okay.
Right.
So on the other hand, so again, this is kind of worded funny, but it's like, you know, you don't believe that our products are so amazing that anyone would drop everything to have a party. And you don't believe that your shows are so much fun that they are not miss events, that anyone would be crazy not to attend. You don't believe that you can change lives with teaching them a few recipes and products that will transform their dinner time dilemmas and bring their family back to the dinner table again. So again, you're not believing these things, but just think if you did believe that our products are so amazing that anyone would drop everything to have a party, right?
Right.
Think about that. If you're that excited by your products that you know people are going to want to come to a party and that you know your party is so much fun that people are going to want to be there, right? Makes you want to go out and book those parties, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, and when you know that, you know, when you're at the party, you're going to be changing people's lives with teaching them some recipes and products that will transform their dinner and, you know, bring their family. So again, if you have that positive belief about everything, of course you want to go out there and book those parties, and you're not going to let that negative self-talk talk you out of it. Questions on that before I move on? Okay. So you need to start looking at your phone like it's your money bag. There are dollars coming out of that phone. And when I say phone, it doesn't necessarily have to be a phone call. I mean, of course, you're going to use you use your phone for everything. You're going to text, you're going to email on your phone. You can, you know, Facebook message, you can be on Facebook. So your phone is your mode of communication to get what you want. So anyway, so it really will help you fill your calendar. And you need to start with how you see this and tweak what you believe. So again, don't look at your phone as weighing 1,000,000 pounds, right? Sometimes we look at that like, oh my gosh, you know, and again, it's super light, right? It's easy to pick up, but there's times where in your head, you just are like, oh, it weighs 1,000,000 pounds. I don't want to even look at it. I don't want to even use it. But that's going to be the way that you're going to get your paycheck. So what I want you guys to do is grab a piece of paper. It doesn't have to be very big. And we're going to look at different beliefs that you may have. I'm going to give you some things. I'm going to question you on these couple things, and just write this down. You don't need to share with the group. But I want you to, you know, think about your belief in each of these areas and rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 5, meaning 1, I have no belief in this area, to 5 being over the top high belief. And I think it's really, really important that you be honest with yourself. So these are the things we're going to rate. So what is my belief in our product? 1, I think it sucks. To 5 being, oh my goodness, these are the best things in the whole wide world. Everybody's got to have our product in their kitchen.
That one's easy.
How about our host opportunity? 1 being, it sucks. Why would anybody want to host a party? 2, we have the best host program in the entire industry. Why wouldn't somebody want to host a party? To, you know, thinking about, you know, those hosts are going to be so well rewarded by hosting a party. You know, think about all that. I'm looking at the screen with a typo. This is what I get for sharing somebody else's information. Okay, the next one is the business opportunity. One being, it sucks. This is horrible. I can't make any money doing this. To, oh my goodness, this has changed my life. Or I see great opportunity. I really, think I can get some free product. I can make some extra money. I can make more friends. I can have flexibility in my work schedule, whatever you're looking for. So what is your belief in the company? What do you think about Pampered Chef? 1, it sucks. 2, all the way to 5, like, oh my goodness, this is the best company I've ever worked for. They do so much for us. I totally love how they support us. Or somewhere in between. And then probably the last one is probably going to be the hardest for you. And really be honest with yourself. What is your belief in yourself? Do you believe I can do this? 5, like super excited. Let's go. Let's make some money. Down to 1, and that, gosh, why did I even sign up? I don't think I can do this. Having a lot of that negative self-talk. So I would, and again, be honest. I know your numbers are going to be on a scale. If, as you're looking at these numbers, they're not as high as you'd like them to be, give me a call and let's chat. Let's figure out what's going on. And if you want to share right now, I mean, something that either I'm over the top excited about, hey, I got a 5 in this area, that's great, I'd love for you to share, all the way to something maybe you struggle with, and maybe we can work on it together on the call if you'd like. But if you're not comfortable doing that, definitely give me a call. Because this is something that really, comes down to it. And it goes back to, I would probably venture to say, as Laura had said, let's go back to these, our product. I would guess that most of you rated that pretty high. Am I right on that one?
Yeah.
So, and the thing is that's pretty much why we all joined. We've been to a couple of parties. We loved the product. We wanted more. Want a whole kitchen of Pampered Chef products. So my guess is that you guys all pretty much believe in our product. And if you don't, like I said, call me so we can do something to fix that. When it comes to the host opportunity, you may or may not have strong belief in that, but I would say if you don't, I recommend that you either go online and look at, go to, I don't know, like 31 Bags, or go to Mary Kay, or go to Scentsy Candles, or whatever, and see, you can see online what their host program is and compare it to ours. And I guarantee you're going to see that ours is by far one of the best in the best in the nation. The other thing too is host a party for one of these other companies, and you will realize how much more fun our parties are, and how much more product that you get as a host as well. So think about that too if you're not real strong on the host opportunity. When it comes to the business opportunity, depending on how new you are in the business, you may not have had that success yet that you're looking for, just because you're so new. But go on Pampered Chef, go to your website, your personal website, and go to the Be a Consultant page. There's all kinds of testimonials there. And I would definitely take a listen to some other people's stories about this business and how it's changed their life. And, kind of get some of that going for yourself until, you've experienced it yourself. The company, again, you can do all kinds of reading about the company. And again, that'll be something that probably comes with more experience the longer you've been with the company in terms of how they support us, because it's totally awesome. And then that belief in yourself, that's one that you're going to have to kind of work on yourself if it's not there. But I would love to help you, with that if that's not where you're at. But can you see how if your belief is strong in all of these areas, of course you're going to go out there and you're going to want to share. And by the same token, if your belief isn't very strong, it makes it hard to do what you need to do to offer our opportunities. Everybody get this?
Yeah.
Anybody want to share anything or have questions?
Well, this is putting my personal out there, but I rated high fives on all of them but myself, and I put a 3.
Okay. And that's something too that I
But
think,
I'm not sure why,
yeah.
but that's just honestly how I felt.
Well, that's good. And I appreciate you sharing. And I'm glad that you were, honest with yourself, because that's kind of where, again, some of it will come, with when you're doing well in the business, that of course builds your self-confidence. Again, kind of goes with this belief thing that we're talking about. And again, if you're struggling a little bit, of course, then that's where you have that self-doubt. So,
Right.
and I'd be happy to talk with you one-on-one, Laura, if you want to, a little bit, to see, what we can't do to see if we can't make you believe in yourself a little bit more, because you're an awesome consultant. I don't know why you don't believe in yourself, but we all have that. I mean, I think that's probably, I would bet, even though people aren't speaking up, my guess is everybody else probably rated themselves probably similar to you.
You know what I think it is for me? I think part of it is because I know some of the things that you need to do. I know that you got to get on the phone and you got to make those calls and you got to do those things. And when I don't do those things, then I beat myself up, and then that's where I rate myself low on that.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, well, I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing.
Yeah. That's the hard part about being your own boss, huh?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I say, because otherwise, if you had a different boss, you'd probably be doing everything for that person. So why not do that for yourself?
Yeah, because at work, if I don't do it, I'm in trouble.
Right. So be in trouble by yourself. So anyway, well, good. Well, I appreciate you sharing. And that's something too that we can certainly work on together. So anybody else have any other questions? Okay, so just some food for thought. These aren't things where you need to rate yourself or whatever, but I really just want you to kind of have some food for thought on this one. But again, when you think about your belief, do I truly believe in myself as a driving force in my business? Again, you're your own boss, so you have to drive your own business. What about a driving force in your family? And when you think about this business and how it really is, what it does for your family, how about, are you a driving force in the lives of others? That comes with team building, or again, even, your hosts and your guests at your party. How do you influence those people? Are you somebody who can get it done? And are you a driving force as a confident and a strong recruiter? And we'll kind of get into that recruiting bit a little bit down the road. Again, just food for thought. Do I think positively? Do I see myself as successful? Do I see myself as a successful business owner? Do I see myself as a leader of a successful team? And do I see myself as a consistently strong seller? And again, all of this in terms of success is, again, not success meaning I've done $2,200, 2,200 parties and, things like that. I mean, what is success for you? What makes you successful in this business? What are your goals? Are you reaching your goals? Again, being a leader of a successful team, is that just leading one person? Is that leading yourself even? And seeing yourself as a consistently strong seller. It's like, what are your goals, and are you consistently meeting those? And again, it's a lot of it. It is that self-talk. So when you're not thinking positively and seeing yourself in this positive light, of course, makes it hard to go on and do what you need to do. So when you think about your business, there are 4 pillars of success, and they are belief, which is what we're talking about today, passion, skill, and will. And we're going to get into all of those as we go through this 6 weeks to success. And so basically your 4 pillars, think about a house, the 4 corners of the house holding up the roof, right? And what if one of these pillars is lacking? What's going to happen to that roof?
Could fall.
Right. So we need to build all of these pillars good and strong. So again, that belief, that self-talk, going back to what we're saying, doing what you need to do, all that's got to be strong. And then we're going to work on passion next week, and skill will be a couple of weeks, and will be at the very end. But we're going to try to build all these pillars so you have a very, very strong foundation for your business. and it's going to lead to your success. Questions on that? So what do you think you can do to strengthen your belief system? Any ideas?
Be more prepared, because the more you're prepared, the more you believe in yourself.
Right, right. Very good. Any other thoughts?
Be more consistent.
Okay, right. Again, getting into good habits.
Oh, that's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I was saying, this is just something that popped into my head from another class that I took about habits, is everything we do is a habit, whether it's a good habit or a bad habit.
Mhm.
And the only way to get rid of your bad habits is to replace them with good habits. You know, so like if your habit is, I don't know, watching TV every night and you want to make time for work, it's like you're going to replace that bad habit with, you know, I'm going to spend Tuesday nights working my business, you know. So again, every Tuesday you do that, you get into that good habit. So any other thoughts?
No, I think those were good that we said.
I agree. So what we're going to do is, I think it all goes back to, and I know where my passion comes from and where I think a lot of my belief and why I do what I do in this business is how much I love my tools. And it all goes back to that. And again, I think you guys all have a high belief in the tools, but I think, you know, go back to, you know, if you're not in love with your tools, or maybe there's some tools that you're not in love with, or, you know, just, I just really think, you know, going back and using your tools and getting that passion back about them will help you want to go out and share what you have. So, you know, make dinner with your tools every single night. You know, take pictures, do videos. I mean, that's all really big on Facebook. And again, start sharing your passion and your love for Pampered Chef. And again, if you are, you know, struggling, like, oh, I don't know how to use this tool, or I don't feel like that I love all the tools, or I don't think they're so great, or whatever, you know, again, if your belief isn't there, go on YouTube and Google Pampered Chef. There are a zillion demos of people sharing Pampered Chef tools. So if you're not in a position that you want to put it out there, watch what other people are doing and see what is, so, you know, what are they excited about and what are they passionate about the tools, and that might help you, you know, build that belief in the tools. Watch a strong seller do a show. I mean, come with me to a party if you'd like. Or same thing on YouTube, there are a zillion shows out there. You could watch other people's shows. And if you're looking for some strong sellers, one that I highly recommend, her name is Sharon Zelen, Z-E-L-E-N. She's an executive director, and I know her show is out there, and she is amazing. So I know you can find her stuff on YouTube. Another one is, oh gosh, now her name has slipped my mind.
Michelle Anderson.
Yeah, Michelle Anderson's really good. I know she's got stuff out there. Marna Ross, that was the one I was trying to think of. Marna Ross, I think, has videos out there. She's another really good one.
How do you spell her name? Her first name?
M-A-R-N-A.
Marna Ross.
Marna Ross.
Okay.
You know, so watch some people do a show and watch their passion and their belief. You know, again, if you don't have that, I think, you know, seeing others, you know, you can, you know, kind of take their passion and see what they're doing, and like, yeah, that, you know, you can kind of take that on for yourself. So of course you don't have to do all of it, but the more that you do, of course, the more that, you know, hopefully it's going to increase your belief. But I really think, you know, the first thing, like I said, is to love the tools. And again, when you see that, like, again, your belief, you believe in the tools, you believe in our product, you believe in, you know, how has our tools, how has having Pampered Chef tools in your kitchen transformed your dinner? You know, are you cooking better meals? Are you cooking that you didn't used to cook before? Are you, you know, having, you know, you're saving money by eating at home? Are you eating healthier by eating at home? And again, eating at home is made easier because you have Pampered Chef tools, you have Pampered Chef recipes, you know, you have Pampered Chef inspiration. So again, when you think about that, when you think about yourself, how has your world changed because of your Pampered Chef tools? And, you know, and think about all the positives that have come from that. And I guarantee you, you all, even Michelle, who's brand new and just started using her tools, there are, you know, again, you already see what a difference these tools make. So again, when you believe, you can't help but want to go out there and spread the word. Why wouldn't people want these tools in their kitchen? Why wouldn't they want to get their friends together to share about Pampered Chef tools and learn more about Pampered Chef tools and buy Pampered Chef tools? So again, when you have that belief, it makes you want to go out and do the actions that it's going to take to go book those parties. Everybody getting this? So the first foundation we have to conquer before we can move on to passion is this belief. So we're going to get this good and strong this week. So again, play with your tools, love your tools. If you don't, call me. And then I want you guys to also listen to an audio training. It's called Make It a Full Calendar. And it's at an odd place on the website, but if you take notes of these directions that I have here on the screen, go to the Training and Resources tab, and then go down to the Director Bound program. And then once you get into that program, there's over to the right-hand side, it says Kickoff Call. When you open that up, you will see the audio, Make It a Full Calendar. So go ahead and listen to that. And then there's also a PDF to print that says Tracking Contacts. So go ahead and print that as well. And that gives you all kinds of tips and tricks not tricks necessarily, but some tips about making your contacts. And the goal is to be making 15 contacts a week. And again, this is all a numbers game. and it gives you some tips as to who to be, you know, who are these 15, you know, calls a week. And, you know, again, it's going to mention your launch list, you know, bookings from parties, you know, doing vendor events, things like that. So it's going to give you some tips as to, you know, who to be reaching out to for these calls. And, you know, so make it a goal to have 15 contacts a week. And tracking them. So that's what this tracking system is all about. It's going to teach you how to track your contacts. And the beauty is with the 15 contacts a week, first off, a contact means back and forth conversation. So whether it's on the phone or email or a text or whatever, like you shoot something out, if they respond, now you can count it as a contact. Okay, so it's not just reaching out to 15 people and probably, you know, you're going to leave probably 10 messages. You know, you may not speak to all 15 people or have a conversation with all 15 people. So keep that in mind. The list has got to be big so that you're having those 15 conversations. And then again, using that tracking guide, it teaches you in terms of tracking them and, you know, how many you're, you know, again, how many have you contacted and what have the results have been and things like that. So all that's in that Tracking Contacts PDF. And of course, if you have any questions, let me know. So that is your homework for the week. So that, and again, the whole thing is with this, I know we're going to get into bookings next week, or I think the week after. But in the meantime, you know, start getting these names together, getting these contacts together, you know, start reaching out, because the fuller your calendar is, the more you're going to be able to implement the things from this training. So I know you're kind of like thinking, well, I don't have anything on my calendar. How can I do that or whatever? But I think this listening to Make It a Full Calendar and then reading this PDF about tracking your contacts and starting to track it, I think will really help you guys in terms of seeing the numbers that have to be reached to get the dates that you want on your calendar.
Okay.
Questions on that? Okay, so by next Tuesday, have done, like I said, play with your tools, listen to the audio, start tracking your contacts, and then we're going to follow up next week. We'll talk a little bit about this tracking contact, so if this still isn't making sense, once you look at the materials, we'll certainly be going through it next week.
Okay.
Okay, then also, you know, kind of keep up with, because I kind of want to go over this at the beginning of each call, keep up with, within the week, how many shows you did, the bookings that you got from that party, those parties, the recruit leads that you got from those parties, something that you struggled with during the week. And maybe it is making the calls, getting the bookings, whatever, you know, might not have to do with the parties per se, but just, you know, something that you struggled with during the week. And then we're all going to have something to brag about. Everybody has something good going on in their business. So something that you'd like to brag about, something good. And then we'll kind of start the calls with some of this information and then you'll kind of jump into it from there. Okay, questions?
So this is every week. We should have this when we come to the meeting.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. So we can just kind of see where we are with things and how we're progressing, or again, where we're struggling. If we need to, you know, step back and review something again, if everybody's kind of struggling with something, we'll certainly do that. Oh, sorry. Did you get that?
Yep, got it.
I saw you taking a picture as I was moving that. So I want you guys to have a good week. Like I said, listen to that audio because I think you'll really get a lot out of it, and let that kind of propel you into a good week. And like I said, start working on those contacts. And I'd like you to start making those contacts, but if nothing else, start getting those names together of who you're going to call, if nothing else. If that's as far as you can get, have your list ready to go so you know who you're going to reach out to.
What was number 5?
Your brag. Something good that's going on.
And Kristen, after Kelly gets that, is there a way that you can go back to where it shows where that call of action, where the homework, we can find that so I can take a picture?
Yep.
Is that it? Oh.
Yep.
No. There, that.
You got it?
There we go. Got it.
Okay. And then the other is just play with your tools. That's the fun part. Okay. Anything else? Okay, well, thanks for joining in. I hope you guys found this to be some good food for thought, if nothing else. I know this wasn't something that's going to change your business today, but hopefully by reflecting on it, it'll make some good changes for you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank
Bye,
you.
everybody. Have a good week. You're quite welcome. We'll talk to you guys later.
Thanks, Kristen.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.